Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine where I'll keep you guys up to date with all the latest Chelsea news, developments, transfer news, anything that occurred. I completely appreciate that the transfer window is completely shut now, but over this international break we've had some developments, some news articles, some interesting news stories surrounding Chelsea, what's been happening, a few topics to speak about. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. The first being a very interesting development that came recently in the last 24 hours about Andrey Santos. 𝐁𝐑𝐄𝐊𝐈𝐍𝐆, I'm going to completely butcher the Saudi Arabian club from the Saudi Arabian Pro League. They had an offer turned down from Chelsea. So Andrey Santos had many suitors over the course of the summer. We know this has been well documented. But in the region of 50 million euros, rising up to 60 million euros with a salary worth 8 million euros net per season, which is 5 times the salary that he's currently on at Chelsea. I thought this was quite interesting because obviously it was all up in the air whether Santos was going to get the guaranteed game time. Santos is very interesting because I haven't seen much of him. Obviously, he was on loan at Strasbourg last year. He was one of the best players at Strasbourg as well, and he was instrumental in them getting Europe for the season. Now, he isn't a starter. He's clearly not better than Moises Caicedo, and the actual position that he plays, which is a box-to-box role in the midfield position, very similar to what Enzo Fernandez does. Enzo Fernandez is the superior player because he has the experience. He's a World Cup winner. He's a Club World Cup winner. And obviously, Enzo Fernandez has been in the Premier League for nearly 3 seasons now. So Enzo Fernandez has the age, he has the experience, he has the quality over Andrey Santos as it stands. Obviously, Andrey Santos has the potential. So Andrey Santos will be an understudy to Enzo Fernandez this season. So it's not that he's surplus to requirements, but his game time is going to be very limited. So it was very interesting to see where Andrey Santos' head was going to be this season, whether he wanted another loan move. I don't think he would, because remember, he had a loan move at Nottingham Forest a couple of years back that didn't work out. Then he was at Strasbourg last year. So it's interesting to see where his camp is, mentally and what they see long term. But clearly Chelsea have sold the project and the idea. And, we are in 4 competitions this year, so he is going to get the adequate game time this season. But it was interesting that despite being tempted by other clubs in Europe, and then on top of that, he's been tempted with enormous sums of money, especially in comparison to what he's currently earning at Chelsea, 5 times his salary. And even for Chelsea, forget Andrey Santos, it's very tempting for Chelsea because it's essentially making profit. We signed him in the region of 20 to maximum 25 million euros, 25 million pounds max. It was around the 20 million region if I remember correctly, and we're basically going to at least double our profit margin. So you can think from a business perspective it was very tempting for Chelsea, but he sold on the sporting project, he sold on the idea. We need him in terms of numbers, we need him in terms of profile and quality, and I'm very happy because I do want to see more of Andrey Santos. He's a player that I certainly rate. I think that he can add a lot of value and benefit to what Chelsea are doing this season. And as I said, in terms of his actual profile and attributes, Andrey Santos for me fits that mold perfectly. He absolutely fits that mold perfectly. So very good to see. Now, moving on to what João Pedro said away with Brazil, the Brazilian national team and their camp. He recently had a pre-match press conference and he was asked a lot about his role at Chelsea, his move to Chelsea, the Club World Cup, what it means to him to play for Brazil and Chelsea. But more interestingly, he was asked about Estevao Willian specifically. So we've now got more of an insight into how Estevao is developing and how he's actually integrating within this Chelsea team. And there were a couple of things that he said was very interesting and not the most positive news, but it was that he said the words Estevao is struggling to adapt to the physicality and the nature of England. He said that during gym sessions and training sessions, he gets tired quite easily. He's quite shy. He doesn't like doing the full length of the gym sessions. Now, I know that he's saying that because he's only 18, but that was slightly concerning in it. And it does bring me back to my initial point that I said to a few friends a few weeks ago. Don't expect Estevao to hit the ground running immediately. Yeah, you simply can't. He's an 18-year-old kid who's just coming from Brazil. It's his debut season in the Premier League. He needs time to bed in. Now, unfortunately, due to unmitigating circumstances. Cole Palmer's injury against West Ham, Estevao has been thrown into the fold. So what I want to see is Estevao to be slowly integrated. I have no doubt about his potential and quality. This guy has got superstar potential. For me, he can surpass the likes of Vinicius Jr. I genuinely think one day he could reach the levels of that Neymar hit at Barcelona and PSG. I think he's genuinely that good in terms of his potential and his ceiling. But right now, where he is for his development, you cannot rely on him for full 90 minutes in a very strong, very physical Premier League where he doesn't have that build or the muscle. So for me, it's something where we slowly should integrate him in. 20-minute cameos, 30-minute cameos. He shouldn't be starting week in, week out. So after the international break, when fingers crossed Cole Palmer is returned to full match fitness, when João Pedro is playing, when Liam Delap comes in, we've got Marc Guéhi now, who's got more development and experience than Estevao Willian, and we've already got signed Garnacho, Gittins, etc., who are adding numbers to the attack. I want to see Estevao slowly integrated. Now, he's already got an assist in the Premier League, and he's been he's played superbly well in terms of his performances, and he was already man of the match against West Ham. So we've already seen glimpses of what Estevao can offer long term. But it was very interesting that João Pedro came out and said that about Estevao, that he has to nurture him and guide him. And I think that João Pedro nurturing and guiding Estevao is going to help with his acclimatisation to the league, acclimatisation to England, and the way that he adapts to the Premier League. So it will be interesting to see how this unfolds this season. As I said, I'm a massive fan of Estevao. He's actually one of my favourite players in this entire squad, alongside Cole Palmer, 𝐁𝐑𝐄𝐀𝐊𝐈�𝐍𝐆, Cucurella. There's so many. So for me, the expectations are very high this season. I'm very excited for what the season can bring. But what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts and opinions on the Andrey Santos situation, the Estevao news, what João Pedro said about him. Any other news stories, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.